Good evening, race fans, and welcome. This is Backfire Simsport TV. Welcome to Laguna Seca, and welcome to TCR Challenge Cup Season 2020. Week 8, we are here for 2 rounds, rounds 14 and 15 at Laguna Seca, full course, and lots of points on offer, and lots of opportunity tonight as well. You'll see why in a second. I need to put you on there, Sam, otherwise people won't know you exist. There we go. As if by magic. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. I am Pete Bingham, obviously, and in the booth with me, I'll do it in the order that they joined, because I think Jay's still like pressing buttons and stuff. Sam Boozing, good evening.
Good evening, Pete, Jay, and everybody watching.
Yeah, cool. And of course, Sam has had a week of 5-star luxury accommodation, haven't you, Sam?
Oh, the best one. Yeah, I cannot dream of better.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's good. So Sam's been at my house for 4 days last week, and enjoying the Scottish hospitality as well. Lots of whiskey has been imbibed, and also in the booth is Jay Corley. Good evening.
Hey, how are we all doing? Hope everyone's good, everyone's well.
Yeah, can you just move over a bit, Jay? Putting your hand on my leg is just a bit too much.
Oh, yep, sorry.
Yeah, it's crowded in here tonight. It's 3 of us.
No wonder it's so warm.
I know, yeah.
What have I joined?
Yeah. Just let me
Get off my lap now.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, it's because you've not sent me that signed picture of you, you know? I was expecting a signed picture. Anyway. Good evening to Alan Toon. Hello, my dears, he says. Hello, Alan. Everybody say hello to Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Yeah, there we go. Alan's about to be a whiskey maestro, so it's a whiskey-themed evening, this. Sam, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking whiskey.
Excellent. I'm drinking not whiskey. I'm drinking wine. Jay, you're far too healthy. You're boo. It's your image, isn't it? You're having to maintain it.
Well, I've pretty much been on Iron Brew all week. I've been up north myself, so
right, okay, yeah,
I'm
cool.
It's weird. I didn't realise the tap water was also Iron Brew the further north.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. Brilliant. So that's good. Right, so yes, we are here. Let's have a quick look at the standings before we go and have a look at the track itself. Is this the right button to press? Yes, it is. So, Wobbly is currently top of the timing charts. He's 4 points in the lead. We're going to make sure that the drop points work correctly, or are set correctly, because there was some querying on that. Pete Newman is right behind him. Stephen Walker is in 3rd there. Stephen Walker becoming a little bit further adrift, but not too much. That's only 30 points to 2nd place. And then there's a little bit of a bigger drop to Casper Smirnoff, and then Rene Earhart is also up there holding up the top 5. Any surprises in there for you, Jay?
Just really how consistent Casper's been keeping it, to be honest. Like, I think we've said this last couple of weeks we've been broadcasting the league. Just like he's kept himself constantly up there in the podium positions, 4th, 5th, and letting everybody else make mistakes. And he's just. Yeah, he just literally consistency personified.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. Sam, anything on there that surprises you?
Oh man, that's a tough question.
Actually, some of these names are going to be new to you as well, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, not really.
Oh,
I think I've seen the 6, 7, yeah, the 7 first, yes, and I know Marian joined this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A bit late though, so that's why he's so far back. Yeah, Assembly is 6th. Not a lot of points, I guess. He hasn't raced much. That's a surprise. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the 1st place guy.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah, apart from that, everything's good. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, cool. Right, let's just have a look at Pro-Am, because this is just as hot, really. There's not much in the pros, but this is even closer, really. We've got Michael Hall, who's taken the top spot now. We're on the column on the right, of course, folks. We're after halfway through the season. Jamie Wilson, who was leading this pretty much all season, has been topped. He's 18 points behind at the moment. Nothing that he can't overcome, I'm sure. And then Tony Walker has had the season of his life. He's been so safe and consistent this season that he's managed to rack up a huge amount of points. And then Freddie Van Eekhoven, used to seeing him with traction at the other end of the car in our leagues. He's doing very, very well. And then PVG, I honestly, Jay, I expected PVG, your previous, sister team, isn't it really? I expected him to be further north in this standing. What do you think?
Yeah, and it's we've seen it with a couple of races where we spoke about Casper being consistent, and unfortunately, but probably because it's such a tight league, there's people making plenty of mistakes in this one. A couple more than others. And I think PVG come the end of the season, if he's not back in that top 3, is going to be really kicking himself, I think, because there's been some golden opportunities with just slight little mistakes. Not always his fault either. Sometimes it's other people being a bit too brash or missing braking points themselves. But yeah, he'll be hoping that the bad luck he's been having can be transferred over to maybe somebody else for the next couple of races.
Yeah. You know, he for some of the races he's done, he's not in the right position. And Sam, having only 150 points between first and fifth place, that's quite a tight division. What we call in this class of racer.
Gaggle.
Yeah, I wish everything was that tight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Sorry, that's the whiskey talking.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's good for the racers because they're battling for something. That's great. That's what these different standings were made for, and I think it's working quite well. So good job, Pete.
Yeah. Well, you know.
And not only you, but you know.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. Right, I'm class. Right, this one was being led for a while by Chris Dixon and Paul Hurley, and Daniel Lewis has just made his way to the top, stayed at the top for a little while now. But he's not that far ahead. Only 45 points makes his lead. And Paul Hurley is hovering there. He's had some bad luck though, Jay. Do you remember what happened at Spa? He got absolutely mullered. And I think that's probably the score that he's dropped. And then Fiona and David bringing in the top 5. This one's reasonably tight as well, although points are harder to come by in large numbers down here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Spa was a day to forget for Daniel, and I think Zandvoort was also a pretty rough one for one of those races too. So he doesn't really want to be having any more of those weeks. But Chris and Paul, they'll be absolutely hoping that Daniel outperforms himself in qualifying and ends up racing and getting beaten about by the big boys.
Yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, you're right. It was Daniel at Spa, wasn't it? He ended up in a bad mess. Right, let's have a quick look at teams. So, Result X Pure Sims no longer lead this. They've just about been overhauled by Hydro Race Geodetic Racing, sorry. But no Wobbly tonight, Sam. So, that means that Stephen's out there on his billy, because Sam Blees isn't here either. So, I think that Result X Pure Sims are going to be able to pull this back, don't you? We've got Pete Newman in. We've got Michael Hall in. It's just the two of them, but that's still going to be a good points haul.
Yeah, they will most likely get the points because once against you, there's nothing Steven will be able to do against them, I think. Except if they don't finish either races.
True.
But it's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, and then I'll quickly run through these names too. So driver of the meeting, Freddie Van Eekhoven, is still at the top of this. He's had some really good races this season. Casper and Jamie Wilson share second place. And then you can see a raft of people, folks, on 1 point, some of which have not raced too many races, but the races that they did race were very, very good. The likes of Tom Woodcock. Jaden would be racing tonight, but he can't. And then, everybody else is in there for great racing throughout the season. Good evening to Kurt, by the way. He's on, shouting for CTT, which is Cutting Corny TCR team. Renee is currently 4th in practice. I'm looking down to see if Deep Mar's in. I'm not seeing Dietmar's name at the moment. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Dietmar needs to improve. We'll talk about that later. And then the Safe Driver Award. Sir Alan's Safe Driver Award. He's on the chat. And Deck Crowther is now the top man at the top of this. Top racer at the top of this, I should say. 34 incidents. Same as Dale Bennison in third. With a few more laps to his name. And then you've got someone like Renee, who's done 500 laps more than the guy at the top, and still only on 53 incidents. So this one is usually quite hotly contested and swaps around quite a lot, and no change this season. But I won't dwell on that one too much. That'll become more meaningful towards the end of the season, that one. So let's go back to live. Oh, still got that show. Give me a minute. Nothing like professionalism, is there? And this is nothing like professionalism. So there you go, folks. There's your standings. Only 5 pro drivers tonight, Sam. Summer leagues and spring leagues, they sometimes dwindle in numbers, but we've got 25 overall. That's still very healthy, isn't it?
And that's a pretty good number. And as we talked about just before the broadcast started, sorry, I'm losing my words. 25 people is a great size for a league. I think, at least we think it is, because everybody gets someone to run against.
Yeah.
But it's not too crowded, and we have less bad incidents. And I will temper what I said. It's not really bad incidents we have, but we have less incidents, let's say.
Yeah, we do. It's a much cleaner league than some others, Jay, isn't it? Some of them are a bit carnage. The points and the need to win become overriding for some, don't they?
Yeah, Sam said it absolutely perfectly. Like, there's always somebody to race, and they're all keeping it really clean with each other. We just saw the Safe Drivers Award. All it took was one bad race for Daniel Lewis, who was on top of that, and he's suddenly tumbled down 8 positions. So that's just how close that Safe Driver Award is at the moment, and it's a testament really to how entertaining this league is, whilst everyone is hopefully, fingers crossed, all having fun at the same time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple of changes tonight. Andy Littler's joined the Audi instead of the Elantra. He's allowed to do this. We're halfway through the season. You can change your car. And who else? Michael Hall. Where's Michael? I know he's in here. I'm just not finding him. Oh, he's in the pits at the moment. He's now in the Elantra. As is, who was the other one that changed? Can't remember. Dale Bennison has also moved to the Elantra.
That's a nice paint on that.
It's good, isn't it? The Spyro by result paint scheme. I like that. There's some really good paint schemes this season. I do like this one, Chesney Vandenbroeke. Do you know which handsome bastard did this one, Jay?
It's so handsome that I cannot pronounce his name, but I do think it has like 3 letters in it.
Yeah, it might be J. Anyway, we're just tripping over into qualifying. Thoughts on the track, Sam? I mean, this is a track it's been on the service from the very beginning, as far as I know. Everybody races it. Everybody's raced it in every series because it's the one that you do as a rookie anyway. What are your thoughts about it? I mean, some people find it boring. I used to find it horrendous, as I'm trying to find a camera that works. I like it now, but I don't like to race it. I said this before the broadcast started. I prefer watching the races on it.
Well, I think the issue with this track, it's really technical, and there's some hard corners to take in every single cars. I do like the track. I'm bad at it, but I do like it. And I think it's the case for a lot of drivers. They maybe not like it as much as other tracks because it's so difficult to master that you feel bad at it. But it provides so much good racing. I think it's a brilliant track in any categories, honestly. This corner especially is so tricky.
Oh, it's awful for me.
It's so easy to take the curb on the inside or go too wide and completely lose your lap in qualifying, as we are right now. This is the same. I think it's one of the best corner in motorsports. but it's one of the trickiest as well.
Yeah, and it's 16 miles wide, really, isn't it, Jay? But it doesn't feel it when you're going round it.
No, you seem to get quite a lot of bike racing on here as well, and I can only imagine what taking that corkscrew on the bike is just like. But this is actually the track where I got my first ever win on iRacing.
Oh, really?
Years and years ago in the Mazdas, and just like most of my wins nowadays, it was a fluke. But it's like Sam said, it's a really, really technical track. You got every single different type of corner, from the flatness of the Andretti hairpin that we're in now to the absolute topsy-turvy roller coaster of the corkscrew in the final sector, which, by the way, the final sector of Laguna Seca is one of my favourite sectors in the whole of iRacing. It's just a shame about the other two, and stopping me from winning for about 5 years here now. Not that I'm counting.
Yeah. Not that you're bitter about it, but yeah, you would like another win.
That'd be nice.
At the end of this lap, Jay, it'd be good if you could do... so, for everybody that's watching, Jay does track introductions and track lessons for anybody, really. It's on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is in our comments, or the description, rather, for our broadcast, all our broadcasts now. They are fantastic. He spends a massive amount of time on them. He does every car and multiple scenarios. It looks like we're not going to get rain tonight, but we'll look at the weather in a moment. But if you could run us around the track in your inimitable style, that would be amazing. We're going to join what should be one of the fastest races we have, which is Stephen.
Thank you very much, Pete. And yep, Stephen's probably the perfect choice this track. He posted a video early in the week, and he loves this track. No sarcasm there intended. But we'll keep tight to the left at turn 1 before drifting wide into the break point for the Andretti hairpin. Just before the free line, you can brake fractionally off the track and maintain dry grip. Brake into both apexes here, diamond the corner, slowly applying the throttle so you don't go out too wide. But turn 3 requires you to open up before entry. 2 very flat corners coming up here. You need to do the same thing for turn 4, but less brake and take more sausage, you absolutely filthy animals.
Whoa.
You use that momentum for a strong exit as you slowly drift to the right to prepare for a cambered left-handed climb. But you want to be braking at a white line just beyond the freeboard, aiming for a late apex past the red mini sausage. You'll be surprised how early you can start to accelerate out this corner. Do not be afraid to aim for the exit curve with a straighter wheel. An instant hotspot, turn 6 needs precision, and absolutely beautifully done by Stephen there. If you clip that corner, it could absolutely ruin not just yours but everyone else's race. But the corkscrew, one of the most fun corners in motorsport, and a blast to drive through. The curbing starts, get in front of the freeboard and hit both apexes. Don't cut too much because it will be a slowdown. Rainey's corner is all about patience. If you go too early here, you will end up going a bit wide, but a nice topsy-turvy left, right, hit the camber, dodge the sausages as we go into the final corner of the track. 2 board, get nice and tight in a nice flat corner, but use all of the curbing on the exit to try and maximize your momentum going through. And with that, you've conquered Northern California.
Awesome stuff. And that was he could have a YouTube channel doing that, Sam, couldn't he?
Well, yeah, most likely. I mean, he's doing a brilliant job. You've done a good job yourself in the past, but that is just the next level.
Yeah, that is the next level. That's proper
Don't I
professional.
blush?
Oh, dear me.
How much do you get paid for that?
My last video got me 8 cents.
8 cents? Wow.
Oh, I was meaning by BSTV because I was about to check the bank account, but yeah, we're not going to talk about that on air.
Even
Sorry.
Yeah, entropic amount. Oh, fantastic. Oh, right, yeah, cheers for that, Sam. You've posted that link into the YouTube channel. Love you.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed.
Alan Toon, Stephen looks quite quick. He does, but he's not yet as quick as Casper in this session. Casper Smirnoff. Lighting up the timing screen straight away, and really powerfully as well. 0.2 of a second ahead, Sam. Even at the start, that's pretty dominant.
It's pretty dominant when you see the gap between him. Stephen and Rene are 1/10 between them, and Peter is 1.5.
Yeah.
So 2/10 is quite a lot when you're looking at the pros only. So that's pretty good. A pretty good time. I don't remember what time is the best from practice. I could look at it, but
no,
I've already drunk too much whiskey, so I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
But I think that's a pretty solid first lap.
I think so as well. Stephen and Pete have just topped it. Not by as much as they probably thought. In fact, Pete Newman's time is almost identical to Casper's, with Stephen at the top there. Where is Salvatore? Salvatore is on... Oh, he's taking the car back in. I like this paint job, you see. This paint job is excellent. We said this last time, didn't we, Jay? This one's... There's a real thought gone into this. This is an exceptional paint scheme for TRP.
Like a vintage set of 90s Adidas trainers.
Oh, yes. You said that last time, and it's absolutely right as well. Absolutely
Alan
right.
Shearer or Michael Owen in the advert or something like that advertising them. They'll probably light up as well or something. Wish I had a pair.
Yeah, yeah. We need to send this paint to Eloise, Sam, seeing as she likes her Adidas. Yeah. You can tell her that she's featured on a broadcast now. Hilarious. Right, okay.
Yeah, I'll clear that.
Yeah, excellent. Right, who else have we got who's doing wonderful things? Tony Walker is up there. Jamie Jeffrey, he's been out of racing for quite a while. He's done some races this season already, but he's been touring the world, we'll say, for a while. So a bit out of practice in the last few races, but getting onto the speed now, half a second behind at the moment, and building on that momentum. Hopefully we'll see good things from him. 26 drivers now in the session. Who joined? Somebody else joined. Paul Hurley's joined. That's who it is. For Blade Design's Just an Average Sim Racer. Another good paint scheme. You don't miss that one, really, do you? Who else? We've got Hydra Race Racing Forces well represented tonight. We've got Demis Tigchar here, and obviously Freddie Van Eekhoven, who's been doing wonderful things in climbing up that Pro-Am standings list. Is he parking it, or is he letting people go? He's letting somebody go there. Was that Carl? No, it wasn't Carl. It might have been PVG. No, it wasn't PVG. I don't know. Who else is in Result Clothing?
Half the field?
Half the field. It was Tony Walker. Half the field. Yeah, good.
Well, it's been like that for all of our seasons.
Yeah,
which is great. It's great to have teams like that stays all the way from the first season back in the days. And they are still racing with us. So yeah, they made the league as they are right now. I'm talking about this one and the V8s as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, Team
at least as much as we did, but
yeah,
probably more so.
Yeah, true. Team Chimera are usually well represented. No Jamie tonight, though. No Jamie Wilson. Maybe he's...
he's in 15th, so he's probably around.
Oh, is he?
Somewhere.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he is! Cheers, thank you. I thought I'd gone blind. Well, I've clearly gone blind, but I've got two other people to try and make me slightly professional. So, yeah, Team Chimera. Jamie's done more races than anybody else in our series, hasn't he? I think he must have done, participation-wise.
I think he's participated on almost every season since we started BSTV.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And I'm talking every season, including VAESC and TCRs.
And GTCC.
And other leagues as well, and GTCC, and the trucks, I think.
Yeah. Trucks, he did trucks, yeah. That was fun. And Clios. And we've done so many different series along the way. Some
and the 992s as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we did that.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I forget what happened yesterday.
That.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
But
did you forget what you did last week?
No, that's still etched in my mind.
Yeah, me too. Good.
Yeah, cool. Right, so where are we up to at the moment? Stephen Walker is provisionally your pole man. He's not managed to improve on his time yet, unless this one is a big improvement. It doesn't look like it from the timing screens, though, Jay. I don't see anybody lighting up anything apart from Renee at the moment. Cutting Corny fans, don't look away. Here's your boy, or one of your boys. He had a fastest of anybody, Sector 2 a moment ago. But he's not managed to convert that into anything into the top 3 yet. I think someone
Well,
sniped. Sorry, go on.
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think someone sniped Jay. He's still there.
He sent me a message.
Oh, did
Someone
he?
says it's full. So yeah.
Oh, okay, right,
So
cool.
good.
No
Yeah.
worries.
I didn't want it to expose him, but
No,
now you've done
that's
it.
fine. I've done it for him, so it's fine. Jamie Dejay, another stalwart, slowly improving year on year, always does, and has been with us for such a long time now. Used to race with the Shriners charity, children's charity in America, livery, the yellow and black one, for those of you that remember that far back. And now races in BSTV colours, so always great to have him there.
He still has the logo at the back of his car,
does
which
he
is a
really?
special one for him.
Hang on, wait, let me go and
If you
find
look
it.
at the back at the very
No.
bottom,
No.
yeah.
Hang on, I'll get there eventually. This one? No. This one? No.
Yeah, the one at the bottom.
Oh, man.
At the back, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, there it is. The red one at the bottom there.
Yep.
So, very good that he's holding that up. And the Holy Mackerel one for Bill Switzer, who was a founder member of BSTV. And we lost him to cancer a few years ago now. But will be forever missed. Right, so we have just 3 minutes or 2 minutes left of qualifying. There's a lot that can happen. Don't forget, folks, that we will be on your screens again on Saturday for the V8 ESC series as they move to their next race, which, if I could find where my cursor was, I'd be able to tell you where we were racing. Right, I found my cursor, so now I'm going to go and find where we're racing. It's CTMP, Canadian Tires Motorsport Park. Mosport for anybody else that's affiliated with racing. Definitely.
That's brilliant.
Tony Closterman's backyard, really, isn't it, Sam?
Oh, it is, and Tony's been great on that track for a long time. And it's a really interesting track for V8. I think we had a lot of great races in V8. Well, in any series, but especially in V8, I feel like it's a track that's used the V8 a lot. So it's going to be interesting. So tune in on Saturday, and you have better cameras. Sorry, Pete.
Oh my God! I can't believe
Shots
that.
fired.
Low blow.
No, I mean,
low blow.
Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you've progressed a lot on the cameras. It's pretty good now.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's just everything else that I fail at. Getting paints right, getting names. Names are the worst one for me. Even if I'm reading them, I'm still saying them wrong. I don't know what that's all about. Senility, I think. But yeah, we've got Stephen Walker not on track. Neither is Casper. Pete Newman is the only one trying to better his time, and he's got the fastest of anybody, Sector 1 on this lap, but everything else is lacking. And Sector 3 for him is awful compared to everybody around him. Oh no, it's not awful. That's 0.2 of a second. Sorry. 0.02 of a second. So this could be a good lap for Pete Newman at the death of qualifying. Let's see if he can convert.
10 seconds to cross the line, though. It's going to be tight.
That is going to be very close because this is a heat race, folks, and Sam is absolutely right. It's going to bin them out of the session.
Oh, 2 seconds in.
Oh, well.
That was very close.
He did improve.
Yeah.
Just not enough. Right. Let's go and have a look at what's going on. Don't forget, give us a like, folks. They all count towards our popularity. Let me go and extend gridding now that Michael Hall has joined the grid. There we go. Hopefully that's given us 2 minutes. And I will read out to you who's on the grid. Stephen Walker will lead us away tonight. He is multiple previous champion. Our last season's champion, Miguel, is not racing this season. He will hopefully be back for next season. Casper will join Stephen on the front row. Pete Newman will be in third. Fourth will be Renee Earhart. Tony Walker will go off fifth. Shows the class of Tony Walker now. He's right up at the top of Pro-Am. Freddie Van Eekhoven in sixth place. Jamie Jeffrey in seventh. Still developing his skills back to what he was at before he went on a jaunt round the globe. Stefan Goebel, it will be eighth. That is good qualifying from Stefan, Sam. That is.
Yeah, I was about to say Stefan did a pretty good job. I missed him on the grid, but yeah, that's eighth. It's pretty good for Stefan.
Yeah,
nice job.
He does this though. He stealths his way into great positions. Michael Hall, 9th. Jamie Wilson, 10th. Salvatore Gueli, 11th. Carl Hardy, 12th. 13th. will be JB DeJay. That's really good qualifying for JB. He obviously likes Laguna. PVG off 14th. Daniel Lewis off 15th. Top AM class driver there. Dietmar Hoos 16th. 17th will be Dek Crowther. 18th will be Demis Tigchalar. Jura Larkinen off 19th. 20th will be David Ayres. Paul Hurley off 21st. 22nd will be Chris Dixon. Chesney Vandenbrucker will go off 23rd. 24th will be Andy Littler. 25th will be Fiona Siddons. Dale Bennison will go off 26th and bring up the rear of the field, but sometimes he doesn't join the grid. He waits in the pit lane. Let's see what he's going to do tonight. I'm going to get
some great results in the qualifying.
Oh yeah, really good, really good. Some standout performances actually, just in the qualifying session. Everybody's on the grid, so we should see. Yeah, here we go. Lights are coming on. That's a lovely view there of all the cars. Let's see if everybody gets away safely. That looked pretty good to me. Some idiot.
Very bad start from Casper.
Oh really?
Oh yes, he's dropping down the order. He's already in
yes.
position now.
Oh dear, it didn't get hooked up at all. That's busy.
Yeah, massive wheel spin.
Oh really? Okay. We'll go back and look at that in a minute.
There as well. Oh man.
Who's that? Oh, Jamie! Jamie's gone, and he's taken the front of Salvatore's car off in the process. That's not good. No block track. We're going to keep racing. Crowded here. Stefan getting shuffled a bit. I think he was involved in that somewhere or got blocked by it. One of those two statements is true.
Stefan has got a meat ball as he spins.
Oh, is he? Oh dear.
Yeah,
oh, he's spun.
Oh, completely gone.
Oh, that was close to being a block track, but not quite. So we're going to keep going. A bit messy at the start, Sam. That's Chesney that's gone mega wide there. I don't think he's had much practice at all, given what was going on at home. Dale Bennison out in the weeds. So messy start, Sam, isn't it, for some of them?
Well, messy, yes and no. I mean, that's the issue with this track.
You did say
everybody's going side by side, and it's not really made for too much side by side action. In some of the corners, it's a bit tricky, and it gets a bit overwhelmed, especially in the first hairpin.
Yeah.
But we only lost like maybe Jamie, Stefan, and apparently Yari, which is in the pit. But apart from that, everybody should be able to get going again, and hopefully still be able to race.
Yeah, let's hope. Because there's good points on offer, especially since Wobbly's not racing. So anybody can pick up those points. And Jay, you were saying, you know, you're right, it's a bike track, isn't it? So putting cars around it, it's a bit of a different challenge.
Yeah, I think some would be looking forward to that challenge, but it's just one of those tracks where it could, excuse me, frustrate you quickly.
Yeah, don't die, mate.
Yeah, no problem. You can, if you end up going too wide, like going down the corkscrew, it'd be like a piece of food, like getting stuck down someone's throat.
Yeah.
You're just gonna end up coughing, spluttering, and your car's gonna end up going absolutely anywhere. But apart from the little instance at the start, we should hopefully start seeing a few people calming down a little bit. Got a couple of passes and a couple of side-by-sides, but hopefully no more big instance that ends anyone's evenings early.
Yeah, and Jamie Wilson's not got a straight panel anywhere on that car, but he's still making his way back through the field on a recovery drive now. We're going to have a look at what happened at the start. Let's have a quick look. Oh wow, I'm having to scroll a very long way. Let's have a look at this. We'll have a look at Casper's start. Where's Casper in this list here? Casper. Here he is, and Sam called it perfectly. Wheel spin. He got out of everybody's way and stayed to the right-hand side, let everybody through because he knew he'd messed it up, Sam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how many cars that is, maybe 10. I don't know. I mean, that is what you should do, isn't it, Sam, is stay off the racing line if you know you've screwed up your start.
Yeah, but the thing he should be... Oh, yeah, that was a big hit.
That's vicious.
Yeah, the thing he should be the most disappointed about is that Jamie got a better start. Like, even a camera car, and ahead of him. That's to be ashamed.
Yeah, here we go. This is
I'm joking,
This
Casper,
is
don't
what
worry.
happened with Jamie. So he's outside 3 wide on Andretti. And Jay's going to come across and he's going to... Oh, wow, it's a three-car hit.
Yeah, a case of the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, and the
think
person
so,
in the
yeah.
middle is pretty much just a passenger in that one. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, somebody on either side's gonna come off worse, and this time it was Jamie.
Yeah, and let's have a look quickly at what happened with Stefan before we join live racing. What is going on here?
So he'd already had
Oh,
a
wow,
meatball flag.
what's that?
Yeah, already had a meatball flag. His rear right tyre decided it wasn't going to play ball, and
right.
it just instantly spun him.
Right, okay. Thanks for explaining that, because I wouldn't have known what was going on there. Oh, whoa,
He's gone
whoa,
into 5th place.
Why is Fee facing the wrong way? Right, let's have a quick look at this, then. We're going to see everything in replay tonight, folks. Such is the way that Pete's broadcasts go. Oh, right, into corkscrew. Trying to avoid Chesney. Oh, well, that's just weird. That's just getting that very wrong, isn't it, I think? Okay. We'll move on. So your race leader at the minute is Stephen Walker. He has a good 1.3 seconds over Pete Newman, who's got Renee for absolute close company. So Cutting Corny fans, do not look away from your screens. You may see a podium for your team. Tony Walker has Jamie Jeffrey hunting him down very, very closely. That's what 0.3 of a second looks like.
Move.
Yeah, where?
Just behind these.
Yeah, this?
Just behind these. Look at this.
Here we go, down the hill, boys.
I've just been watching their positions just swapping all around everywhere. Like these lot have really like taking chunks out of each other in a good way.
Awesome. I mean, Casper's well out of position now, isn't he, Sam? So he's going to be making his way through quick. In fact, he's still 6 places down from his start.
Well, he's still 6 places down, but I think he gained like 4 or 5 since first lap, which is good because you need to close the gap on the guys in front if he wants to keep his foot in the fight for the championship.
Yeah, too right. Right, okay, so these guys are thrashing it out. It sounded like Jay was having a great time watching them. Oh, wow, look at this. That Crowther hunting down PVG. That's unusual. The Audi must be performing all right here, Jay. I mean, did you find in your... which was the car that you found best around Laguna Seca in your track guide?
I'm finding the Honda probably is one of the better ones this week, but it all just depends how well you can keep away from those sausage curves, as Carl just showcasing how beautifully you can take that corner. The Veloster and the Elantra I found were quite hard to get warm here, despite the really, really high track temperatures. The Audi, if you can get the Audi round here, then you deserve a medal as it is. It
Really?
looks like,
that bad?
Yeah, well, personally, I found it horrible to get round here, but these lot who've been driving the Audi and know its limits will probably know a few more secrets than me on it. So.
Right, okay. Naveed is back on the chat. Everyone, he says. Let's go, Gio and Steve-O. Are you going to join us again, Naveed? I think you should, really. He was somewhere else, wasn't he, Jay, when he was racing in this? That was something to behold, wasn't it? Naveed racing.
I've never been so sick of a back of a car in my entire life as I have with Naveed. I don't even know what the front of his car looks like.
Well, yeah, nobody's seen it. Some people say it doesn't even exist, but he's got a back injury. Okay, fair enough. He's going to come back for Nords, maybe. Right, okay. I've got to figure out how qualifying is going to work for that yet, mate. And then Fleisch is on here for... He's saying that the Honda and the Veloster this week are going to be strong. And he's a Renee fan. And you know, Renee is in the Honda, in what could be considered the preferred car. He's losing ground, though, Sam, to Pete Newman quite quickly now.
Well, I don't know if I would say quite quickly, because I would have been way further back, but he's losing time, obviously.
Yeah.
Tony Walker is closing on him, which gonna makes it interesting, but
Sorry.
that was a nice touch.
Wow.
That was a
Yeah.
bit
That was
too close for
great.
comfort.
Yeah, it was.
5 wide at Laguna.
Oh dear, we love these sort of races. We really do. So that was Deck Crowther, I think. No, it wasn't. It was Dietmar getting through on it. So Gutting Corny fans should be loving that. He's up 3 places. Deck Crowther's up 5. Wow. There's a big gap ahead of him now, though, to Salvatore, who's basically driving a beach buggy. There's no front on that. I think the front of his car is still in Jamie Wilson's Audi. Not stopped Jamie Wilson with the additional weight of Salvatore's front end being in his car from overtaking some people like Dale and Jura. Right, so your race leader is Stephen Walker. Hydra Race Geodesic Racing. He's got a 2.2 second lead now, quite dominant over Pete Newman, who's pulling away from Renee. Or is he? I don't think he is, actually. I think you're right, Sam. I think my statement's wrong. Renee is keeping him honest, isn't he?
He's keeping me honest, but what I'm the most worried about is you said that's probably gonna be a podium for Cutting Corny, which completely jinxed Renee. So I feel bad for him already, even though we still have 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
But the battle behind is heating up as well with between Jamie and Tony. So that's 2 battles quite interesting at the front of the field for podium and 4 and 5th.
And Jay, do you get much draft down here, or have you not? Well, you were racing today, so do you get much tow or not?
Yeah, I think you probably do. I found with a lot of the racing, a few of these people are as well, because there's so many different corners here. You're constantly thinking about how you're going to be approaching the next corner and the next one after that. So after this next turn, after turn 4, there's probably a little tiny bit there, as well as the approach up to the corkscrew as well, which is the scariest place to be getting slipstream, because you've got, do you decide to break that a little bit earlier, or do you try and chance it for an overtake? And a great amount of momentum just there from Jamie Jeffrey. This is definitely one of those momentum circuits where your passing's not going to be done at the end of the straight. It could be literally as soon as now, and that's that's fantastic control just there, not planting that up, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, he's not bailed out of that, has he? He's just taken the most preferred line, and Tony was just on the apex. This is a very good battle to be watching. This is awesome. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4 close battles. You can see them on your screens, folks, in the timing tower. If it goes orange, it's getting hot. So yeah, hopefully, Navid, you can sort out your back injury, mate, and get back with us, even if it's just for the occasional race. I don't know anybody who's lit up our timing screens as quick as Navid Hussain has over the last few seasons. Oh, that is a lovely block pass, isn't it? That's nice.
Yep, nicely done. And Tony Walker trying to go for a bit more of a diamond on that corner to get a bit more speed and momentum out of that corner, just to keep up with Jamie. I mean, Tony's currently in the lead of the Pro-Ams, so he probably didn't need to let Jamie be harassing him as much as he did. Could have just let him go and kept in the tow. Maybe that's going to be the plan now. And you got Michael Hall, Freddie, and Casper trying to fight through, and this could be the battle that will be lighting up the screens for the rest of this race anyway.
Yeah, I think so. And Sam, you know, with Casper being he's a pro driver, he's out of position, he spun up his wheels at the start, as you rightly noticed and pointed out. Now he's recovering. He's got 2 Pro-Am drivers in front of him, and he's in what is arguably the favourable car.
Easy, Fred.
he clearly wants to get through, right?
Well, he does. But the thing is, although they are Pro-Ams, they are good Pro-Ams. So they're not that much slower than him. So it makes the pass quite difficult for him. But he's clearly a bit faster, but getting past around this track is really difficult. So he needs to stay calm and focus because he's got. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get Tony Walker, but he can clearly get to 6th place and don't lose too many points on the pro. So he just needs to don't push too much.
I know, yeah, he's basically joined that car in front physically. I don't know where his overtaking opportunity is going to be though, because you can be a bit too close sometimes, can't you, Jay? You can almost disadvantage yourself by being right under the rear wing of the car in front.
Oh, nice block.
Oh,
that was nice, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was.
Up and under here, but
Yeah.
with a slight incline in the hill here, you got to really get onto that throttle early. And when you're going too wide, it's a losing battle for both parties. As Michael's going to happily go and focus now on Tony a little bit. But yeah, like you were saying with the overtaking, like you're constantly got a different sort of corner coming up, so you have to prepare for every single part of the course differently. And if the person in front of you is not on the same wavelength, or you don't time that burst of momentum out the corner right, like you say, it's just going to end up braking, cutting off his speed, and having to start all over again for the next couple of corners. So you've got to really, really time it well.
Yeah, totally right. He's had to go very wide there. I don't know whether you get any slowdowns on that exit, Jay. I don't know whether you've, tested the track limits in that way. Clearly not, because he's still with him. But yeah, he's going to be. There's going to be an element of frustration because he'll see his qualifying position, which was 6 places up from where he is now, and he'll be wanting to get back to that. Other battles are still going on, so this is Daniel Lewis pressuring PVG. Now, PVG is in the class above Daniel Lewis, but it hasn't stopped Daniel Lewis topping the AM class standings pretty much every week, apart from a couple. He is definitely either the fastest AM class driver or a very good and competitive Pro-Am class driver, and it's a bit up in the air at the minute as to which way he should be. I think if he wins this series this season, which it looks like he may well do if he can keep it clean and on the track, he'll move up for next season. But he's been, top of the charts a lot, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah, apart from Spa and Zandvoort, when things didn't obviously go to plan, he's always been keeping in those top 3s, exactly where he needs to be. Very start of the season probably showed us all a little bit too much pace, where we were started asking questions until we realised it was Monza. That's the slipstream was probably won that one. That's the secret between me and you, Daniel. That's the excuse that we're going to go with on that. But yeah, what he needs to do now is just not do anything silly against PVG. I think these two guys' positions right now should be pretty much locked in. So as long as he just finishes where he is, he's going to be just... saying that.
Now, I'd say that was a bit of a naughty block, maybe by Andy Littler. I'm not sure. We'll have another look at that. Maybe, Sam, you want to talk us through this one? If we can talk.
Let's try this.
Yeah, so Andy stays left, to be fair.
He stays left.
Yeah.
So he's done a good job, and he stays on his line. And
he
then
does stay on his line.
I don't think it's on Andy, honestly. I think I don't know which Killing Kearney. I think it's Dietmar.
No, it was Paul Hurley for Blade
Paul,
Design.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not used to all of your names. I'm not usually in the booth on Wednesday.
Pitchforks.
yeah. Pitchforks at dawn, folks. Pitchforks at dawn.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think it's just one of those things, just racing season for me. But I don't think Andy did anything wrong in this. Nothing against him.
No, when I was watching it the first time, I did think he'd moved left, but he didn't actually. Yeah. When you see the,
I had the same
replay.
feeling, but yeah, he did not.
Right, let's go back to where Freddie is, because Freddie's got some attention now from Casper again. Casper's regrouped and has Casper moved back a position? No, why is Carl... Well, I've missed something important here somewhere, I think.
I do wonder if the evil side of me for Casper, unless there was actually a mistake, we'll find out now. And it looks like he did go
yeah.
for a pass, and he just lost a bit of momentum there.
Yeah, and he didn't want to overtake by cheating, so Carl is the big winner there. Casper got out the gas and didn't want to overtake Freddie that way, I think. Or did
That's a nice one from Carl, though.
Yeah, Carl was like having that, and rightly so. How long have we got left? Not long.
Probably one more lap after this one, so this actually works out pretty well for Casper. Whether he finishes 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th or 11th overall, he's still going to be finishing in the same place in pros, but if he does finish a couple extra spaces back, that's an extra car that's between him and Rene and Jamie Jeffrey as well.
Yeah, very true.
What we're saying about Daniel Lewis maybe taking it slow, I've just looked at the positions. If Lewis does decide to pass Van Gaal, then that does put him in pole position for race 2 and puts 14, 15 cars between him and those chasing AMs.
Yeah, it's important that he overtakes PVG then. If he can do, that is. PVG's kind of got himself sorted out now. Freddie is under mega pressure from Casper. Where is Stephen Walker on track? Why have I not put up a track map or a battle box? Been away for a week.
Yeah, I was about to tell you, but I completely forgot. So.
That's all right. Right.
He's just approaching turn 6 now, so it's about halfway through the course. Quite comfortable for Stephen Walker as well. 5.5 seconds from Pete Newman, and Rene's hung in there as well to give a. I think that's going to be Rene's. Is that Rene's first podium of the season?
First podium of this season. He's had others,
this season,
but yeah. Ooh, this is getting hot. Hopefully we're not going to miss Stephen crossing the line. I'll try and keep one eye open on it, because Casper is looking very, very fighty, and that might be the opportunity. Oh, there's
if
not much
anything messes
room.
up here, that's going to be Daniel Lewis going up as. Side by side.
Oh, is he going to stay alongside him? Yes.
Wow,
as Daniel Lewis just went past PVG at the same time.
Stephen Walker over the line. And we're going back to this.
There you go.
Everybody else
Goodbye,
doesn't matter right now. Oh, Casper's made it through. That's good, clean racing, though, isn't it, guys? That's lovely.
Brilliant. And the cambers of the corner really help propel you straight out of those corners as well. You've got to be very careful with on the inside, because they do sometimes put you out a little bit wide there, but Casper had that so totally under control, and great last lap from him.
Yeah, very good. Oh, Paul Hurley and Jamie also going at it into the corkscrew, and then out of it, and Jamie's got that done, maybe. Paul's a dogged fighter, though.
That's a good recovery from Jamie. I mean, he was dead last. I know he's back in 19th. I know other people had trouble, but that's a pretty good race from Jamie.
Yeah, definitely. You got to, that Jamie's, evidence there that staying with it, getting back into racing and not just binning it off, because I think he must have been to the pits as well. Yeah, he was. He went to the pits.
I will have to cast your attentions off to position 15.
15? How did that happen?
Well, yeah, I told you.
Did you? I didn't see him overtake him, though.
We didn't see it, but it happened at the same time as Casper went through.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, right. Nice one. Well, I was completely oblivious.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've done that for many, many years.
Yeah.
More years
Well,
than you.
yeah, true. What happened to PVG on the last lap? Don't know anymore, because it's tripped over into the warm-up session.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go watch it and just keep
cool.
on
I'll run through the finishing order. Oh, that's not the right place for the finishing order. This is. So Stephen Walker won by about 3 years there in that first race for Hydro Race Racing. Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Pete Newman was second for Result X Pure Sims. Rene Earhart gets a Cutting Corny podium. That's why the Cutting Corny fans turned up tonight. And only 1.1 seconds behind Pete Newman. That's very impressive. Jamie Jeffrey moved forward in the end in that race, and did very, very well for coupes and convertibles racing. Tony Walker was the first of the Pro-Am cars over the line. Gets himself a class win for Result Clothing iRacing team, with Michael Hull second in that class and 6th on track for Result X Pure Sims, and Carl Hardy 7th on track, 3rd in class. Podium finish for Safeguard by Result there, as we watch Stephen Walker doing practice starts. Casper Smirnoff 8th after a wheel spin off the start line for Sim Racing School. Freddie van Eekhoven 9th tonight for Hydro Race Racing Forces with JB DeJay. That's a great finish actually for JB DeJay. Top 10 there for BSTV. Salvatore Gueli with only half a car remaining in 11th for TRP, but he's done very well to bring that home. That car looks undrivable from certain points. Deck Crowther 12th for Blade Designs SRL. Dietmar Hoos finished in 13th for Cutting Corny. Demis Tigchela was 14th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Daniel Lewis was the first Pro-Am car over the line there. 15th, gets himself a front row start for the second of tonight's races, which we're talking about in a second, for Blade Designs SRL. Pete Van Gool, PVG 16th for Result Clothing. David Ayres, second in class, 17th on track for Safeguard. Chris Dixon, third in class, podium finish in his class, 18th on track for Work Guard. Moving on. There we go. Where was I? Oh yeah, Jamie Wilson, 19th on a recovery drive after that start, or the crash at the start for Team Chimera. Paul Hurley, 20th for Just an Average Sim Racer Blade Designs. Chesney Vandenbroeke, 21st for Rita Engineering. Andy Littler was 22nd for Work Guard by Result. 23rd was Jura Larkinen for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Dale Bennison, 24th for Spyro by Result. Stefan, we saw what happened to him, 25th for VTS Esports. And Fiona, we saw what happened to her as well, 26th for Work Guard by Result. So that was a quick dance through all of that. Right, back to warm up. Some people doing practice pit stops. That will be a feature of this second race, folks. This is a 40-minute race coming up in 2 minutes. Pit stops guaranteed unless you can save a huge amount of fuel, Jay. Anybody going to be likely to be doing that on Laguna Seca? Is this a track for fuel saving or not?
I think last time we were here, somebody actually managed it. Looking at my setups from earlier in the week, it's a slightly lower fuel load for a 30-minute race than usual. So I think somebody could try it. Would I recommend it? Probably not, to be honest, because it's going to be a hell of a lot of lifting on such a hilly course.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And Sam, pit lane entry here is horrific. What? I mean, if you can avoid a pit stop here, you would do, wouldn't you? But I don't think it's necessarily an option.
Oh, I think people ate this speed entry more than they ate the Nordschleife, which is stupid in my opinion, but it's the way it is. Yeah, the pit lane entry is awful here, especially the air pit. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why they did that, but it's the way it is. If you can avoid a pit stop, you can gain a lot of time. But we see Stephen Walker's practicing, and he almost missed it, but he did a great job. Nice one.
Yeah.
Going back to PVG though, what happened on the last lap? I think he went out of fuel because I went to see what happened on the last lap, and he just, he just let Michael Hall pass at turn 5 or 6, and just went slow for the rest of the lap. So I think he went out of fuel by just a small margin, but just enough.
And just to answer Fleisch on the chat, it is 30% to 30 litres for both races actually, unless we do endurance races where it goes up to a whopping 38. Right, let us get us set for this feature race tonight. Twice the amount of points on offer for this one to the previous one, but every single point counts. And look at your timing tower on the left, folks. Very quickly, Daniel Lewis at the top of it. He is your pole man for this second race tonight, this feature race. Demis Tigchela will go off second next to him. Dietmar Hoos off third. Fourth will be Deck Crowther. Salvatore Gueli off fifth. JB DeJay off sixth. Freddie van Eekhoven off seventh. Eighth will be Casper Smirnoff. Carl Hardy will go off 9th. 10th will be Michael Hall. Tony Walker T will go off 11th. Jamie Jeffrey will go off 12th. 13th will be Renee Earhart. 14th will be Pete Newman. Stephen Walker's punishment for winning the first race is 15th in the second race. 16th will be PVG. David Ayres, flashy himself. Hopefully he stays away from the button. Will be 17th. 18th will be, oh dear, Chris Dixon. Almost as I say it. Let me find a different camera. That kind of doesn't help me. Oh, it does, because Dale's name is right across his front of his car. Jamie Wilson goes off 19th. 20th will be Paul Hurley. Chesney Vandenbroeke will go off 21st. Andy Littler goes off 22nd. Euro Larkin off 23rd. Dale Bennison off 24th. 25th will be Stefan Goebel. And Fee will go off 26th tonight in this feature race here at Laguna Seca. Let's have a different camera for the start of this one. That was the last one. This is this one. Here we go. We're waiting for a few cars still to join the grid. You really want to bolt yourself to that left-hand side going off this start line, don't you, Jay? Being on the inside of this Andretti hairpin is crucial, really.
Absolutely. If you do find yourselves unlucky enough to be on the outside line, your tyres are still cold, you're not going to grip as well when you're accelerating out the corner. But if you can keep on the inside, you're technically driving on even less track. It's nearly a cheat code if you can keep onto that inside.
Yeah, that's a good way of viewing it, actually. I'm trying to get a decent camera that doesn't show Chris Dixon flashing his lights. I was going to say something else then. We're going to go back to this camera. Everybody's flashing the lights, idiots. And here we go, 5 lights and then out, and we are go at Laguna Seca. Oh, and look at that, Dietmar didn't get away.
That's almost as bad as Casper the last race.
Yeah.
But no, Casper did a good start, so he's taking advantage of it.
Oh my word! David Ayres has gone stratospheric. PVG is out already. What is going on? Wow, that was vicious. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We're going to watch what's happening with the race. Jamie Wilson trying to get round.
3, 4 wide.
Yeah, that's pretty scary stuff. I have no idea. They seem to crash in a straight line, Jay. We'll have a look at it in a minute, shall we?
Yeah, I was having a good look at the PVG. I don't think he started into the race.
Okay.
It'll be non satisfied by the second one. A little bit of frustration from that first race.
I've got him started and then pitted straight away, which is bizarre.
Ah, right, okay.
I mean, I will probably be wrong because, let's face it, it's me. Right, so...
Fine, we're used to it.
yeah. I don't even get offended by it anymore. It's because it's just factual. Stefan overcooking the entrance to the corkscrew. He's going to get done here by Chris Dixon.
How clean everyone is keeping it through here, though.
Yeah, it's really
brilliant.
good. Very good point, Jay. Oh my word!
Well, I thought I was about to get a curse of the commentator there, but just literally like rush hour traffic in London in that top 7 at the moment.
Wow.
Just a gaggle of BSTV TVers right now, and it's a lovely thing to see. We've still got Daniel Lewis, who had a fantastic start, nearly gapping Salvatore by a second at the moment at the line, but with everyone battling in this high pack as the pros start making their way through, Daniel will be trying to look at trying to get as much space between him and second place as possible. If you can keep it nice and safe, then an AM victory is his for the taking.
Yeah, Andy Littler up 4 places. That's impressive. That's good. Whoa, Michael Hall. He was off track. Ooh. Now he's a rolling roadblock. Going up the hill, Sam. That's not good, is it, at all?
Yeah, I don't know how we rejoined. He might have been just outside of the track and had nowhere else to go, but that was insane that nobody hit him in the first place.
No, we'll have a quick look at that.
Everybody passing him. Yeah, let's go watch this, because that's going to be interesting. He's fighting JB right now.
Oh my god, there's crashes on track.
Had an incident.
Yeah, and Jamie Jeffrey. Wow, he got tagged a little.
I think he crossed a bit too much in front of JB.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just racing incident, but yeah, I think he crossed a little bit too early.
Tony Walker.
Probably thought it was clear, but yeah.
I think.
Oh, that was close.
I think Tony and Jamie. Oh, and Jamie Wilson's now having trouble as well. So this is Jamie ahead of whatever else happened. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, he got harpooned. Oh, and twice. That's nothing to do with Jamie. That was who was that behind him? Was that Tony?
That was Tony in the result car, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be quite heavy damage there. If that's took Tony down 10, 11 positions, he's straight into the pits as well.
Yeah, and I think we're about to see whatever happened to Jamie Wilson. That is. Maybe not.
That's Andrew Littler going down as well.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Right.
all the way down to 24th. So another big incident on track somewhere else.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson making his way forward now. Let me go and find whatever else rather happened. Andy Littler, who was doing a great. Oh my God,
And
Dietmar
as well.
Hang on, let me go to live running because Dietmar is in trouble. Oh, Dietmar's reset to the pits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Camera works terrible tonight. Someone should sack the cameraman. Right, what happened here? Oh, right. JB tried to get out of the way there. He moved as far left as he could. But yeah, Dietmar took a lot of damage off that inside wall.
But it's just one of those things, when they connect, it's just hard to get the cars off each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is a shame. But yeah, it's an iRacing thing, sadly.
Wow, look at this. Pete Newman in this pack is the fastest man on track. Oh, my word. So we've had a messy...
Piggyback off Jamie Jeffrey there.
Yeah. Let's hope that everybody rejoins the race because the points on offer tonight are really good. You know, we've got a 26 strong field, which means even if you, I mean, we've seen what's happened already to various different people. It's Freddie Van Eek. Oh, it wasn't. It was Deck Crowther. Just got overhauled by Casper. Casper making his way to the front very quickly. Pete Newman and Stephen Walker shadowing each other. Moving forward, up 7 places, both of them, as is Jamie Wilson, who is currently giving massive pressure here to Michael Hall, and he's going to take this. Honestly, Sam, that was a brilliant kink, wasn't it?
He did that so...
Oh,
that's
no!
just behind.
What was that? Synchronized
That's
crashing?
Ronnie and Carl.
What on earth was that? Let's have a look at this again, because they were nowhere near each other, were they? And they both...
No, they were close to each other. I think René went for the inside of the small kink. And I don't think Carl expected him to be there. And yeah, just a tiny touch.
Tiny.
And straight into the wall.
Oh dear. I mean, Jay, there's not much you can do about that, is there? You know?
No, it's a very hard corner to prepare yourself to overtake someone, and when it goes wrong like that, it just ends up looking like a really violent version of Swan Lake.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a good description. That's brilliant. Oh dear.
I had to get one in tonight.
Yeah. The more that I think about that, the funnier it gets. That's hilarious. Right, so Carl and Renee had to reset to the pits together. They're now in the pits and repairing cars. Well, doing fast repairs, and Carl's out and Renee is out. So they're going to be racing again. That'll get them to the end.
Yeah, that's going to be a big drop for René, though. After the podium on the race one, it's going to be a big hit on the points.
Definitely.
Ooh, that was close there.
That's a lot.
Oops. Yeah, Deck Crowther doing a great job, to be fair, of staying in this battle. Daniel Lewis is still your race leader, folks. This is an AM-class driver. About to get Caspered. And Casper is
I was about to say at the start, the only thing that Mr. Lewis needs to do is just stay away out of trouble and
Stephen's off the
keep
circuit.
racing forward.
Stephen's just gone off the circuit on that last corner. I don't know if he's had coming together with somebody.
Yeah, we saw that in the background.
No, he's just gone off on his own.
Pete and Casper are going to be sighing a huge sigh of relief for that one. That's potentially put Stephen completely out the race there, and means Pete and Casper can sort of like just relax a little bit more. Obviously, they'll be racing each other as well, but they won't have a big bad Geo car hunting them down behind.
Yeah,
breathing down their necks.
The luckiest man ever to race a car ever. So yeah, he's dropped 2 positions back, maybe 3 actually, because he was glued to beat Newman at most of the start of this race. Daniel Lewis getting some pressure now from Freddie. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, JB is getting overhauled there by Jamie. These two have raced together for years, so they know each other very well. Who else is moving forward? Stefan Goebel is up a whopping 11 places from the start. Good man.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he got unlucky in race 1 and started from the back, but I think this is more 7th space.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And Silas is still in Japan for the foreseeable future. Chris Dixon's
Good boy.
Yeah. Chris Dixon's doing a good job. He's in a podium position for his class there, in 16th overall. Pete Newman moves forward on Salvatore Gueli. And some work to do for Pete Newman to get back up to where Casper is. Casper at the moment is starting to stretch his legs, Jay. Everybody's at risk of losing Casper very quickly.
Yeah, I did get a bit worried for him when I saw that the 4 or 5 places he had between him and the rest of the pros were significantly lowered, but he's got out into the lead. He's got 2 different classes behind him in between him and Pete, and going to a part of the course that's so hard to pass. Casper just needs to just make the most of this, and just any 10th he can put between him and Pete is potentially race winning.
Yeah, absolutely. As Stefan grabs another scalp, up 12 now, takes Paul Hurley there. Do you want to take over cameras, Sam, while I go for a pee?
I might be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just switch to.
I'm going to switch to commentator. Just one sec. There we go.
We've got Daniel Lewis in 3rd position, but he has a train of cars right behind him at the moment. It looks like he's possibly going to be letting Pete through. If Pete makes a move, I don't really see Daniel really fighting that. He'll just want to get through it as clean as possible, keep that 1st place. He's got a good 9 cars between him and Paul Hurley at the moment. If you're Sam, if you're in the head of Dan Lewis right now, what is your aims going to be for the rest of this race, and how hard do you try and battle against people when you know that one mistake could potentially ruin your whole race here?
Well, knowing I already won the sprint race, I think I'm gonna get out of trouble.
Oh, look, that is
like he's doing right now. That's exactly what I would have done. Try to stay out of trouble.
Through to him, or?
I don't know, but he's doing a great job. Honestly, being a NAM driver between all of these pros and the pro-ams, it's just frantic at the front. So he's doing a great job, honestly.
Yeah, especially when you haven't just got your own race you're going to be focusing on. You've got several groups of people around you who are all focusing on each other. You're in the middle of a championship battle for pros. You're in the middle of a championship battle for the pro-ams at the same time, and you're just there by yourself, just like, please don't touch me, please don't hit me. I'll do anything. But no, I agree, he's doing an absolutely fantastic job, and even if he lets through these next 4 cars behind him, he still has a good 4 seconds between him and Paul, so an absolutely fantastic start to the race. There's a little tap just there from Walker, and I think again a little bit of a retaliatory flash of lights just there. Stephen,
I thought he was going for it on the inside. That's Salvatore Gueli. I mean, they did well to manage to avoid any issues there. But I think Daniel is doing a great job. I mean, as long as he stays ahead of Paul Hurley, he's good. You know, he already won the first race. He stays ahead of everybody. He wins points for the championship. So that's the only focus he needs to add. Don't bother about the position on track. Just let by the people that are faster and just focus on being first in your category. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And nice defending there by JB, but Jamie Wilson's going to have that inside. A nice little bit of a camber on the corner, just absolutely throws him out like a drunken man being thrown out of a bar. It is an absolute...
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I see ya.
That was Sam last week with his dad. Yeah, absolutely.
Good time. We weren't drunk.
It's like watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and watching Jazz getting thrown out of the house again.
Is that Pete Newman in the pits? Is he the first visitor?
Pete Newman is in the pit.
He is,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. First
Alright,
visit.
Pete,
Well,
I'm gonna give you the camera back.
oh yeah, cool.
Jamie wins.
and
Oh,
that
JB.
cut across from JB is over.
Oh
Coltan
gosh.
so lucky not to collect anybody in that. Oh, he's going to be so gutted about that. He's been having a really good evening of racing as well. Oh.
Cool.
I switch back.
Alright, what else is
go.
going on?
So Pete Newman in the pits, probably he still had Freddie between him and Cashman. He probably just thought he's quicker than Freddie, but can't get by him. If he gets the pit done now, and he's come out with quite a bit of clear road in front of him. He's got two battling AMs in front of him, which obviously isn't going to be his favourite sight in the world, but it gives him a couple of laps just to get some of that time back on Kashmir, just in case any mistakes happen up front. But Kashmir's definitely not going to be fuel saving with nobody in front of him, and they're chasing Jamie Jeffrey and Stephen Walker.
Yeah, Fleisch thinks he can fuel save this one. Let's see him do that on track. But yeah, it's Pete Newman there in the background, closing in on these two that are racing hard. Daniel Lewis out. Oh, Stefan's gone to pits. He's having a splendid race. Hopefully his pit stop reflects the rest of his performance. That was pretty
You may
good.
want to click. You may want to click live because I see a replay on my screen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was
There we go.
saying replay, but it was like 1 millisecond out.
Yes.
I've never seen that
Oh,
before,
good.
actually. PVG in the pits. Daniel Lewis, your pole man, he's down 6 places, but still holding his own in this pack, and that could play to his benefit, Jay, because he's got his teammate in front of him. He is in a pack with fast cars, so he'll get some draft. He can follow their lines, which is good, as long as he can match their braking points, right?
Yeah, me and Sam were having a nice long discussion about this one actually. He's done everything he needed to do at the start, kept it clean, he got a bit of a gap between him and Paul, and he actually let through a big group of 4 or 5 cars, and still had plenty of time left over. He's playing this exactly how he needs to be playing it. I think if anybody tries to make a move on him, he will just put up absolutely 0 resistance, and that's exactly how I think all of us would probably play this as well if we were in Daniel's position.
Yeah, I mean, Audi, three
God, that's close.
Audis are in positions 6, 7, and 8. They're the only. Oh no, they're not the only Audis. Andy Littler's in an Audi now. But this is the place for the Audis, and you said they were going to be a bit of a pig round here, didn't you, Jay? Or rather, they probably are a pig. It's just that these guys are pretty good at driving them.
They're better than me, it seems. And that's absolutely fine. They can keep their Audis for this track, especially with those sausage curbs. Sausage curbs can, well, we've seen it with plenty of cars already. Like, if you touch one of those, it can throw you anywhere, and the Audi loves a bounce if it hits anything that's even remotely 3D. But everyone in an Audi at the moment seems is proving me wrong, as we've got 3 of them in the top 8. They're all they look like they're having fun, and that's the main thing, right?
Yeah, Stephen Walker's your fastest man on track, and he's found Jamie Jeffrey. This could be quite a heated battle, Sam, because these two are old rivals. Jamie's out of practice, as you can probably tell there, because he's been doing other things with his life, and Stephen's straight through.
nice and easy for Stephen just there. I just wonder if Jamie realised that going too wide through the corkscrew wasn't going to do either of them any good, and has thought, you know what, I think I'd rather just follow the fastest man on the track rather than slow down both of us at the same time.
Yeah, Rene Earhart has just set the fastest final sector of anybody on the track, and Pete Newman has just done. Sorry, no, yeah, and Pete Newman's just done the fastest sector 4.
And it's pretty easy behind Jimmy Wilson, Daniel Lewis.
Ooh.
3.
That was so close.
3 wide almost. Yeah.
So that's Jamie getting through. I was watching him tailing him, and I thought, oh, he's not going to do anything just yet. And then, of course, he's crawling all over him as soon as I turn the camera somewhere else. This is not going well for Michael Hall. Yes, it is now. Okay, he's made his way through on Daniel.
I think Daniel just thinking now that these guys are almost my pace, so I'm gonna try to fight them.
Yeah.
Which is alright.
You've got to pick your level, though, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's getting ready for being a pro-am next season.
Yeah, and I think he needs to, because that's where he's going. What were you going to say, Jay?
I was just saying, it's a bit of a daring move, daring challenge on Daniel's part to not make it the easiest for some of these to pass. But yeah, like Sam said, maybe he's just getting some practice in for next season.
Yeah.
He needs to be careful though, especially when more people are starting to get more off tracks. People are going to start throwing more shrapnel onto the course when those tires start going, especially when we get to the last 10 minutes of the race, which we're just hitting the halfway point right now. It's going to start seeing a few different tactics, because one thing I forgot to mention earlier, and I don't think it's been brought up at all actually with many people in many sort of like video streams and broadcasts, this Laguna Seca is a surprisingly easy track to get a lot of off tracks on. And it'll be interesting to see if anyone's starting to get into that double figures limit now, where they're going to start letting off a little bit. And what you were discussing earlier with picking your points to pass, if people were playing it safe for a corner and you're not expecting them to be playing it safe for a corner as you're looking to make a pass, we could see some unfortunate accidents happening later in this race.
Absolutely, and I don't see the incidents unless I go into the session, which would ruin the broadcast. But you two can, so you two can go and see if there's anybody at that pivotal point. One thing to note, Kasper Smirnoff is your race leader, and he is leading by a meagre and only, it's just a tiny 7.5 seconds. That's phenomenal, to be honest. Freddie van Eekhoven is in a different postcode to him, who is in second place and about to get the luckiest man alive, Stephen Walker, onto the... Oh, he was, but Stephen's gone to the pits and has broken that little train of conversation from me. Jamie Jeffrey assumes third place again, but it is at the cost of a pit stop. Have you had a look at incidents, either of you? Anybody who... Well, obviously don't say the names because we did that once and it turned out terribly. Anybody in double figures yet?
There's 3 people so far in double figures.
Right.
And some interesting names.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Cool. We can go with that. Just makes for an interesting race for us, doesn't it, really? Oh, hang on. What's this? How come you're not racing there? It says Arcops. I mean, Jay. Why are you not racing?
Well, wasn't me.
No. All of our leagues are great, but this one has... Oh, that's you, Sam. Okay, I'll stop reading that then.
Yeah, that's my name, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I've been racing here for quite a few seasons, and it's a fantastic league to be racing. This season, with all the track guides that I'm doing as well, I wanted to sort of take a back seat, no pun intended, on the racing side, and there was an opportunity that came up to get some broadcasting experience under my belt, and I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely loving it so far.
That's really good to hear. You've taken to it really, really well. Very, very smooth. and you had some big shoes to fill because whilst he's not physically a massive person, Alan Toon's character and charisma and penchant for the lyrical supremacy is massive to try and fill. So you've done very well.
I'll never ever be able to fill those shoes, but
No.
hopefully I can come to at least half of that from Alan. So yeah, that act will never ever be topped, and that's absolutely fine by me.
Yeah, it's big shoes to fill. Right, so this is Jamie hunting down Stefan. He was nearly on him into that last corner. Stefan's gone hot into Andretti. That may... Oh, my words!
Oh, jeez.
Couldn't even get a Rizzler paper between them two. Gee whiz. That's something special. Oh, and again. Jamie will be loving this. So will Stefan. They like racing like this. I know they do.
And they're probably the two guys that are the oldest racers.
Yeah.
Of all league.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see them fighting together. I feel like it's been a while since they were fighting each other on track. So they must be enjoying it.
Yeah, as I join a battle that I thought was going to be good, and then Jamie proved me to be a liar by splitting off to the pits. Yeah. That happens all the time to me. I'm like, oh my god. Right, and this is lots of closeness, this. So these three now. Michael Hall is at the back of this queue. Jamie in the sandwich and Stefan leading them away. This is good. Jamie, Jeffrey, Demis, Chichala and Yura are all in the pits at the moment, doing their scheduled stops. We've got the top three at the moment. Casper, who is 6 million years in the future, is leading the race. There's no reason for him to pit at all, is there, really, Jay? Because he's got nothing in his way, look. It's open track. You wouldn't bother, would you?
No, if I was Casper right now, I'd be running that tank completely dry. Like the longer you can keep out on the track, obviously the shorter your pit stop's going to be towards the end, and with no traffic slowing you down either, Casper's in an absolute dream world right now.
Yeah, and Sam, I've driven endurance races where you've got nobody around you, and it's so hard when there's nobody racing anywhere in your rearview mirror or out of the front windscreen. So hard to maintain your focus. What do you do to not make mistakes? Because obviously I'm terrible, but we'll ask somebody who's got some skill.
Well, you've been better recently.
I have been better recently. Yeah.
But I think what you're looking for is trying to have your reference lap time in mind or on your dash, and try to stay as close as possible from that reference lap as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to hit your reference point, either on braking or turning point, everything, and just run. I'm not gonna say qualifying lap because you're in a race and you're not really doing qualifying laps because it's a bit too fast, and you're not using the car the same way in race than qualifying laps.
Fight this is.
That's
mental.
That's really good, right?
Oh! Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
That's better than my explanation of how to drive alone. That's pretty tasty between Steve and Jeffrey and Peter.
Yeah.
That's pretty good battle. But yeah, you just try to keep everything off your mind and just try to hit everything come up as best as you can.
Cool. I mean,
I think that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Stephen is going for it on the outside. That's gonna be tough.
he's back
Yeah,
down
no
there.
way
Casper
you
in the
make that
pits as
pass.
well.
Cut back.
And
Oh,
Casper in the pits as well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
this is
yeah, race
perfect. With these fighting right now, this is slowing them all down, and Casper could end up a good 7-8 seconds in front. In fact, I'd probably even go as far to say maybe even 10 or 11 if these keep going.
yeah.
Like, this is a nightmare situation for all three of these drivers if they're hoping to catch Casper.
Yeah, this is not
And,
going to
there
work
he
out
is.
well.
Oh, he is miles in front.
Oh,
Absolutely
they've
miles
got the
in
whole
front.
straight to do.
Yeah.
More than that. Oh my word. Right. Okay. This is
Oh, and
Casper's
gone
to
too
throw.
wide.
Maybe
Potentially
3.
wide.
Maybe 3. Maybe
Please
not.
make it 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Think of the thumbnails.
That's why we turned up, boys. Come on. Oh, Pete.
That changed Jeffrey. Looking to get in as well. He takes that inside line
Oh,
and
little touch.
very
Little touch.
very deep just there.
Jamie,
It's
Jeffrey's
good.
3 wide.
Oh,
Oh my. Oh dear. Don't look away, folks. It could be a disaster for you.
that was nearly exactly the same as what happened on lap 1 with Salvador and Jamie Wilson earlier. I can't remember who was in the middle of the 3, but oh, that was as they all closed in on each other on the exit of Andretti. That was a real clencher.
Yeah, and it's not over. Stephen has the capability now to just pull away, doesn't he? But Pete Newman and Jamie, they've got a lot of skill between them. You said the Honda was in your opinion, was the more dominant car potentially because it can ride these curves and the undulation in the track. And the other cars suffer a bit more with it, and that's showing. So Jay, the font of all TCR knowledge,
I don't know about that.
well, we're going with it. You know, we've already.
Freddie in the pits.
We've already got.
If he comes out in the middle of this.
Oh, that's true. We've already got Alan welling up, so if we keep it going, we can get a real drama going. So Stephen, Pete, and Jamie in order going over the start-finish line. Where's Freddie? Freddie's on the top of the hill, but he's got the horrible pit lane exit to do.
He's going to end up in front of him here.
He is, isn't he? Because this is a short. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is going to be very close. They're going to be on him into that next turn, though, aren't they? Because they've got momentum. Oh no, maybe not. Oh well. Pete got that
wrong. If I was
wrong.
Freddie right now, I would make this as painless as possible for all 3 of them, and then just keep up.
Yeah.
And that should be an assured Pro-Am victory for Freddie. But if Freddie fancies taking a few scalps here, then he could completely shape this podium.
Yeah, and we got Result X Pure Sims cars in battles everywhere at the moment, apparently. Because Michael Hall here is chasing down Jamie Wilson, who's still with Stefan. This is a really good battle, and Stefan showing just what he can do. Chris Dixon in the background there, just keeping out of the way. Is he keeping out of the way? He should be in the thick of battle, shouldn't he? He's got 1.1 to Chesney van den Broeke. Renee on a massive recovery drive after what happened earlier. Andy Littler's gone to his pit stop for his scheduled stop there. Here comes Renee. So he's got that from Chesney very easily. Chesney let him go. Ooh, right, okay.
And I was about to say, Stefan's lost 2 places there.
Yeah, what happened there? Nothing on my event tracker at all. Nothing.
May have been too wide on the corkscrew and just a completely horrible line on the next 2 corners.
Right, let's see if this explains what happened to Stefan just then. Where? Oh, maybe not.
That's all right at the start.
That was a terrible piece of camera work, folks. Let's try this one instead.
Good job, Pete.
Yeah, brilliant.
Perfect.
Whoa.
So, yeah, taking the outside line, and he's just not used to the outside line.
Yeah, it's like a slowdown or something, because he's already slowing down.
Yeah, he got out of the way, didn't
with
he?
the people.
Yeah.
It's just thinking about Stefan doing a grid race, being jinx him.
Well, yeah.
Even if I didn't say it.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Oh, that's a lap car.
Yeah,
That's
it was
David.
a lap car, yeah, but this is.
Was it David?
I don't know. It was Dale. Dale Bennison, that was.
And meanwhile, Stephen Walker battling with Freddie in front, and Freddie doesn't seem to be very eager to just give him the place.
No, and nor should he. We've seen Freddie in GTCC holding off some of the best rear-wheel drive racers in the world, so no reason he should get out of the way for Stephen Walker.
I mean, it's more points to gain on his opponents.
Yeah.
Which right now is Jamie Wilson and Mr. Hall.
Yep.
I say Mr. because I don't remember the first name.
Michael.
Sorry. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was.
Oh my god, that was a second and a half, that.
What a dive. That's a V8 move.
That is a
I love
V8
it.
move. Absolutely
I
right,
love it.
Sam.
That
Wow.
was literally a move of frustration there, and just like I need to get it done, or else he'll never get it done. And there we go, a car between himself and Pete Newman. Pete Newman 4th place at the moment.
So
People might be happy about it, but that's a Shane Radisberian move.
that
Just
was from
straight on the inside and
3 cars
bang.
back. Yeah. Not the most gentlemanly move in the world, Jay.
That would have scared the bejesus out of me if I was
Yes.
in Freddie's shoes, but Freddie did well to see it and reacted accordingly, and they're all still in the race.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to Freddy to see that coming and
Yeah,
leave
keep
the
out of the
door
way.
open.
Yeah, totally right, yeah.
So
So,
we could get a send from Pete here on the last corner.
in another race, somewhere else on the planet, is Kasper Smirnov, who is leading this by a whopping 13 seconds nearly. He's absolutely demolished this lot. And then this lot, all 4 of them, we're 34 minutes in, and they're all together. And this is where the battle's at, folks. You can see it on the wall. We've got another one back here with Tony Walker making his way through the field after what happened earlier. He's got Pearl Hurley in front of him, and then Andy Littler in front of him. Oh no, that's a lapped Andy Littler. Or nearly lapped Andy Littler. No, is that? Who is that? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Carl Hardy's gone back to the pits.
Wonder if underfueled slightly.
Yeah, maybe. Splash and dash. Don't know.
maybe he had to come in early,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Oh, he did. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. Yeah, well done, Sam. He was
That
part
could
of the
mean that
carnage
Rene
at the
could
start.
be due
Yeah.
back in as well then.
Who's that?
Could mean that Rene could be due back in soon as well, because he
Oh,
went in at the
Rene,
same
yeah.
time as Carl.
In fact, they're pretty much together on track. And
Oh, so he must have already done it then.
he has. He's already been in twice. I missed it. So yeah, these two have both pitted twice in their Hondas. Let's go back to this battle at the front, because Pete Newman is getting a bit fresh. Sorry, Jamie Jeffrey is getting a bit fresh with Pete Newman now. Battle of the Elantras here as that Honda disappears off into the distance in the hands of Stephen Walker. Tony's his brother, and Tony's just over. Well, this is going to be either brilliant, messy, or a disaster. One of those 3.
Brilliant.
I don't want to jinx him, but I think Freddy's doing a great job staying on the podium right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it either.
Yeah, I did it, so it's on me. Freddy,
Well, you
sorry
both
if you
did,
lose
so
the podium.
You both did, so it kind of cancels it out then. So if anything was going to happen, Peach just cancelled it out, so it's all good. We're good. We're good. Now, if I say anything, that puts
Yeah. Commentators getting paranoid, folks. This is getting hot now as well. This is JB, Daniel Lewis, who was your pole man,
Demis.
and then Demis, yeah, for Racing Forces. These are coming together slowly. They're not quite where this battle is. This battle's red hot right now. Look at that. Piling through the corkscrew. That's brilliant, isn't it? Wow.
this could be getting very close for if we get an extra lap or not. And if we end
Oh.
up getting an extra lap, if we got 3 minutes left, so I'm just looking at the times, and we've either got 2 laps or 3, and it's going to go down to the wire. I think we're only going to have 2 laps left, but it's going to be a bit of a close one, I think.
Yeah, I've just lost all sound in my left ear. Oh no, it's back now. But yeah, random.
That doesn't sound healthy.
I know, yeah.
Is it actually your left ear or your headset?
It's my headset, thankfully. Otherwise,
Okay.
yeah, I'll have to check myself into.
I mean, it could have been your left ear.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Jamie's pretty close to Pete right now, and yeah, I think he's gonna try something before the end of the race.
Well,
Michael
yeah.
Old's pretty close to Jimmy Wilson as well.
Yep. I think this is all going to come. We see this every single race. You got Demis back there as well, who's fighting with Daniel and JB. Even further back, we've got Fee in a teammate battle with Andy Littler. That is for position. They're on the same lap. But this is getting hot now. Oh, Jamie's really pushing this.
Absolutely, and if I was Jamie, I'd be doing exactly the same. This is a battle for a podium place right now, and Pete, this would be a disaster for Pete if he ends up losing another place here. With only one Geo car for that team's championship. I mean, Michael Hall at the moment battling for a second place himself at the moment as well. It's this could have been a really good chance for Result X Pure Sims to get a really large bag of points here. Losing a position on the final lap is not going to be the one at all for Pete. Jamie taking a wider line and
oh my word! Right, okay. Casper Smirnoff,
That's
by
too
the way.
close for comfort.
Yeah. I've been trying to put a track map up all race, and SDK won't do it.
I've done it myself, but anyway.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you just click the button
Sure,
and
for
it
me.
works.
Well, funny guy. Funny
working for
guy.
me.
Casper Smirnoff going up the hill into the corkscrew. Everybody else still way down the bottom of the hill here. He is leading by nearly 13 seconds, driving the country.
We have 20 seconds until the race finishes.
Oh,
so
he's going to get another lap.
Oh, it's going to be
Is he?
close. 12 seconds left. I don't think this could be it. We could be about to witness a Casper victory.
Oh, right, okay, let's have a look at this.
I see checker flags.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
That's the checker flag.
There we go.
And Casper Smirnoff wins
Yes.
the feature race at Laguna Seca.
Nice one, Jay. Right, what's going on here? Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh! You could have thrown a handkerchief over the all three of them. No wonder Freddie's happy.
That's great job from Freddie, getting a podium. That's nice. Good job, man.
Somewhere in the middle, Stephen Walker got a podium as well. In other news, Stephen Walker got a podium.
And Michael Hall not quite able to get past Jamie Wilson there, just half a second behind, but does still get himself a third place
Yeah.
for Result X Pure Sims. And Daniel Lewis
Oh,
gets him
that's
a
tight.
win
Oh.
on them. Where's it gonna be
Tony
so
Walker.
close?
And Yura. Oh my God, drag race.
I don't think
There
he's
it
got the
is.
ground.
Who's won
That's
that?
gonna be Jura.
So close.
Is it? Who got that? Oh,
That's
Yura.
Jura.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
By
point.
0.050.
That's a stupidly small number. That's brilliant. Love it.
I was about to say that's what she said, but that's not appropriate.
Yeah. Oh. Right. So that's everybody. Yeah, that is everybody. Right. Okay. Demar didn't finish the race, folks, but yeah. Wow. Good grief. R Cops says I only know Jay. Well, you know the rest of us now, so that's fine. So 27 laps later, and that was far more exciting than I expected, I have to say. Laguna Seca has been a snorathon on certain events. This is clearly not one of them. I don't like racing this, but I do like watching it. Like I said right at the very start, and I think that I was justified in that opinion as everybody makes their way around on their cool down laps. Into the pits they go. I think everybody did very well, don't you, Sam? I mean, it's a hard track to navigate a pit stop in the first place. You're doing it over 40 minutes and with the pressure of losing positions along the route. I think everybody did fantastically well there.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's one of the best TCR race I've ever watched.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Only that was insane. We've got it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the drivers done a great job. yeah, that was quite a race. Honestly, it was really good.
Yeah, that was class. Right, I think we've checked over into the finish. No. Yeah, we have. So Kasper Smirnov, he won by a year, maybe two. We're not quite sure yet. For Sim Racing School over Stephen Walker, who got a second place podium to join his race victory from the first race. For Hydro Race Geodesic Racing, Freddie van Eekhoven gets himself a class victory and an overall podium tonight for Hydro Race Racing Forces. That is remarkable. 0.5 of a second over Pete Newman in 4th place and 3rd in class for Result X Pure Sims. Jamie Jeffrey finished 5th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing, with Jamie Wilson 6th and 2nd in class for Team Chimera. Michael Hall 7th and 3rd in class for Result X Pure Sims. 8th was Stefan Goebel for VTS Esports with Deck Crowther. 9th for Blade Designs SRL. Salvatore Goeli 10th tonight for TRP. That's a great result. As is JB's result, 11th for BSTV. Demis Tigchular 12th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Daniel Lewis in 13th place. And first over the line for AM-Class again for Blade Designs SRL. Pete Van Gool 14th for Result Clothing. Jura Larkinen 15th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 16th was Tony Walker for Result Clothing. Paul Hurley was 17th for Blade Designs Just an Average Sim Racer, and 2nd in class. Carl Hardy 18th for Safeguard by Result. 19th was Rene Earhart on a massive recovery drive given what happened at the start for Cutting Corny TCR team. He's done alright actually to get that far up the field. Chris Dixon 20th for Work Guard by Result. Chesney Vandenbroeke 21st, sorry, Chris Dixon 3rd in class again, 2nd time tonight in 20th place. Chesney Vandenbroeke 21st for Rita Engineering Esports. Dale Bennison 22nd for Spiro by Result. Andy Littler 23rd for Work Guard. The 24th was Fee for Work Guard. David Ayres 25th, that's what you get for flashing lights, Safeguard. And Dietmar Hoos Cutting Corny TCR team 26th, classified 24 laps down. Had a bit of a rough and tumble right at the start of that race. What's that? Alan Toon, cracking racing and really enjoyable presentation. Thanks, chaps. We couldn't get any better plaudits than that from the mighty Sir Alan Toon, guys. We should all go home smiling after this broadcast. If you could just move slightly to your left, Sam. My left buttock has gone to sleep. Right.
What?
What?
I'm not sure I understood what he said.
Okay, right, okay. Just move a little bit left. It's a bit crowded in this room tonight. Right, okay, so...
Okay, I'm moving to the left.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, let's get these interviews underway. Now, the first one we're going to try is someone who's already muted, and it's Kasper Smirnov. Good evening.
Hello.
Oh, he's not muted anymore. Hello. Wow. So, you must be absolutely made up. We'll talk about the second race in a minute. Where did you finish in the first one? You still got... Was it a podium? I can't remember now.
8.
Oh, no. Yeah, you had a bit of a rough ride, didn't you, in the first one?
Yeah, I've effed up start.
Yeah, thanks for covering that one well. Yeah, you got wheel spin. Sam spotted it immediately. He was on you. Yeah, you dropped a huge amount of positions. You gained a couple back along the route. But you ended up in a bit of a heated battle with Freddie and Carl, and couldn't resolve that necessarily. Not without putting someone off the track. And we saw you get into the back of, I'm going to say Freddie. It was Freddie. And then Carl came between the two of you.
It was Freddy.
Yeah, and you didn't want to overtake him, did you?
Yeah, I did not wanna push to pass him, so I let go of gas.
Yeah. Which is the right thing to do. It's the wrong way to gain positions. And it set you up beautifully for, I mean, let's face it, that was Jay, wow. How many races have you won by 13 seconds?
Not too many, to be honest.
No.
It was a really good performance. It looked like Casper, you set out with a plan just to get past as many people as possible and just stretch out that lead, and it's exactly what you did. And kudos to yourself. You won. When we look at the times, it looks like a pretty comfortable win, which yeah, I don't think you were probably expecting at the start of tonight.
Uh, I was expecting more fighting in race 1, to be honest. Like, I mean, more fighting in the front. Because I had space to fight with Steven, with Pete, and I think if not my start, then it would be freeway battle for the win in race 1, but still, I'm happy with race 2.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, yeah, carry on. Sorry.
no, I wanted to say something, but I forgot what.
Oh dear, sorry. Well, Stephen Walker on the last lap has beaten your fastest time by 0.06 of a second, which
It
is
was
annoying.
not last lap, it was
Oh, was
during
it?
a race.
Was it during the race?
Yes.
I
Yes,
didn't
it
see
was
that.
like 3 laps after my best lap, something like that.
Oh, okay. Because he was in a bit of a to-do with Pete Newman, Freddie Van Eekhoven and Jamie Jeffrey at one point. Managed to make his way through to second place. But yeah, he has beaten your fastest lap time. But nobody else other than you in the pro category got any lead lap points in that last race. So you've done really well. You have done fantastically well to achieve what you've done tonight. Sam and Jay, we need to say thanks to Magda. Thanks, Magda. Cheers.
Thanks, Magna.
Yeah. For letting Casper dominate this race so absolutely critically. Anybody you want to thank, Casper, before we let you go and start your practice? Are we on Nords next time? I can't remember.
VIR, I think.
Is it
Virginia.
VIR?
VIR,
Oh yeah, Virginia. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go to that?
I'm not gonna mention his name, but I'm very thankful to one person for some words and showing who he is.
Okay, right, yeah, cool. Okay.
That's all. If he watches this, he knows.
Fair
That's
enough.
all I'm gonna say.
Right,
You know
okay.
who you are.
Yeah, you must do, because we haven't not got a clue, but we appreciate you either way, because Casper has said it. Anybody else, Casper?
No.
No? Okay.
Right now, I just want to go to shower and go to sleep because
Oh, Casper's
I'm
a sweaty.
so sore. Like whole
Okay.
day, I was feeling bad in a way that my muscles were sore, and right now after the race, I'm just done.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, a broken Casper wishes all of us a beautiful night, I'm sure. But yes, fantastic racing tonight. Absolutely dominant performance. You've absolutely dusted everybody. That is very impressive, Casper. And we look forward to seeing you at VIR this time next week. Casper Smirnoff, everybody.
See you guys. Thank you.
Right, okay. He's absolutely ruined by that one, Jay, by the sound of things. Right, let's have a look. Who are we going to bring in next? Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. We're not going to interview everybody tonight, folks. We're going to be kind on ourselves and on the timing. But we are going to bring in Stephen Walker because he was our victor in race 1. The luckiest man alive. Hola, Stephen Walker.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? I don't know any Spanish now.
Muy bien.
Let's do that. Muy bien. Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, Jay, any advance on Spanish?
Morientes.
Oh, wow. Okay, Sam, you got any Spanish to throw
It's a
at this?
throwback.
I'm not even gonna try.
Excellent.
Ask my sister.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, she does Spanish. But yes, we no, that's French. Okay. So, victory in the first race.
Yes.
And very, very professionally done. Very, very categorically done. And you were very good in practice. We went on board with you on Jay's touring lap where he described everything, and the lines were absolutely perfect from what I could see. Laguna Seca, high up there on your list of tracks you like?
I hate this track so much.
Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you. Oh no, this is a live broadcast. Live broadcast. Stop.
Genuinely, I despise it. I always have and I always will.
Okay, so anybody else want to hate Stephen Walker more than me right now for winning a race here on a track he hates? Anybody?
I knew it was coming because I saw it in the TCR Discord earlier when you posted your video. Oh, was it yesterday? It might have been last night, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
just I always hated it. I've said it before. I used to do Forza a lot, and I hated it on there because there's a few corners that I really struggled with. And I still struggle with them now. It's just a little bit easier in iRacing, just because obviously I'm a little bit better at iRacing than I was Forza. So, the trouble with it is it really punishes you. So it's quite frustrating when you're trying to just lap it and either like pull a gap or try and catch a gap. I think there was at one point in the second race towards the end where I made a tiniest error. Like I just put the gas on a bit too early, and it cost me half a second.
Right.
And like obviously the tires had gone off compared to my fastest lap and everything, and that had a factor, and the temp had gone up a little bit. But it's just punished you so much, and the curbs are all in the wrong way. Yeah, I just don't get on with it. I can do it obviously, but I just don't like it. If it comes up, I'm just like, for God's sake.
Right. Okay. It just, or you know, I have to stand in awe if you don't like the track and you still make your way through for a race victory and a second place.
Yeah, that was tough.
It did look very, very challenging for you, to be honest. Up 13 places, the same way that Jamie was, and Stefan was up 17 at the end of that race. My God. But yeah, you didn't scythe your way through the field like you normally would. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it's a difficult track to get an overtake on anyway. You kind of have to force it, which I definitely did a few times.
Oh, you're going to have to explain that one in a minute because
yeah,
we saw it.
yeah,
We saw it. It was from about 3 years back, but
yeah. Well, I took inspiration from Casper, so and I'd taken an off track out of the last corner trying to get a better run, and I was like, I don't want to waste that. And to be honest, in car, I looked a lot closer, and I do think it was like 2/10 back, which is, yeah, it's borderline. I did apologise to him afterwards, and he said, "Oh, it's okay." So,
right, okay.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to stay out of trouble to start off with, maybe save a bit of fuel in race 2, and then see what happens. And managed to, like, some people were going off left, right, and centre, so there's a few freebies that was helpful, obviously. And then I think one lap I went off. I was following Pete through. I was like, I just need to stick with Pete really, and that's enough. Like, even if I get the person he's just overtook on the lap after, then that should be okay.
Yeah.
But I just misjudged my braking into the last corner and decided to try and avoid everyone. And it just took me all the way off. So I'd lost 2 places, and then Pete. By the time I caught up, Pete was 2 cars ahead. And then yeah, someone else. I don't know whether they had a slow down or whatever, but they were going really slow. So I just went past them. And someone else, I think, was put off by the person going slow. So they'd gone all the way up as we were going up to the corkscrew. So that was 2 places. And then I had a bit of clean air, so I was just trying to get my head down. Pete pitted, and I felt like it was a bit too early. So I had clean air, so I was just like, I'm just going to keep going. I think I got past Jamie Jeffrey, or he was behind. I can't remember. And I was catching Freddie, and I was like, or Frederick, and I was like, well, am I going to lose time trying to overtake him in relation to Pete? So I was like, I know, when I catch him, I'll pit. And I pitted, obviously, and I came out right behind Pete. And I think if I'd and because when we had like a really good battle for a couple of laps, like that was a lot of fun. Like it was really tough, but it was a lot of fun. That then cost us time. So when Fred did pit and he came out, he was in front of me anyway.
Yeah.
So there was no catching Casper. But if I'd been out on the track longer, I could have gone with 1 litre less in the fuel. That would have saved me some more time. And yeah, I would have maintained the gap to him. Like towards the end of the race, it looked like we were trading lap times anyway. And I was completely out of a rhythm after having like a really good like battle. Yeah, so like overall, I'll take second. I got about 1 billion off tracks in that second race.
Right. Okay.
So that's annoying. Yeah, but it was just like loads of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's all you can ask for really. And I needed to finish ahead of Pete. Casper didn't have a good first race, so I might have pulled a bit of a gap to him a bit more. So yeah, I'm only doing what I can do. That's all really. The car felt great. Eventually, it didn't the first run we did here. I changed a couple of things, and the pace. It then started doing what I wanted it to through the fast corners. So I'm really happy with the car.
No, very good. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go and start your practice for VIR?
Yeah, you guys obviously for putting on the show. Nice to have the broadcast back. I feel like you missed a doozy at Raid Atlanta last week.
Really? Right, okay.
There was some really good racing, but yeah, good to have it back. Appreciate you guys for doing that, taking the time to do that, like all of you. Carl for putting up the sessions, everyone for turning up and having some lots of fun. And my brother, he had a good result in the first one, got a bit lucky in the second one, but he had good pace. There's something else I wanted to say, but I've forgotten. So there you go. Just thanks to the whole community.
All very well said, and we look forward to seeing you probably dominating VIR this time next week. The luckiest man in Christendom, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker.
Thanks, mate. Spoiler, I do like VIR.
No.
They're gonna win both races.
He probably will, yeah. Right, so we're gonna bring in Freddie, fast Freddie Van Eekhoven. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Oh, right. So
How are you all doing?
Oh, we're doing spectacularly well. There's not much room in the booth at the minute, as you're probably noticing now. You know, Jay's got very pointy elbows. It's what comes from having a chiseled physique. But yeah, it's well, of course. But yeah, it's great to see you topping the pro-ams. Talk us through your two races, because there's lots to celebrate, isn't there? Where did you come in? You were just off the podium in the first race, but you got yourself a podium victory in the second. A class victory in the second.
Yeah, the first race was the qualifying was really good. I think I qualified 5th or something.
It was good, yeah.
But then I just got into battles and overdrove the car a little bit, and just one after another passed me. And eventually I finished 9th. But that gave me a good grilling position for the second race. And that really paid off. Second race was a lot easier. I had a lot of freebies in the beginning. And somehow at some point I find myself second behind Casper, like a few seconds already behind Casper. And from there on, I was just driving around, and I saw everyone pitting behind me. Everyone who caught up with me, like Stephen Walker and so on, they immediately pitted the moment they came into my dirty air. So I honestly expected to come out of the pits like 6th or 7th. But apparently they fought each other or battled each other pretty hard, because I came out in front of them. So that was an interesting moment.
No, that's brilliant when that happens, isn't it? You know, like I've never had that happen. But you know, you're used to racing in these sort of high echelons of the racing positions, and an overall podium in that second race. That's really, it's fairly rare to come by in this league for a start. But yeah, you've done really well tonight. What do you naturally get on with Laguna, or is that just what Stephen Walker would consider a lucky result? All his results are lucky, obviously, but you know, is this something that you expected because it's this track?
If I can drive on my own, I really like the track. It has some natural flow to it with the camber and the elevation changes and everything. It's also, I'm not a big fan of hard braking and hard turning, like Monza, for example, with the chicanes.
Yeah.
I rather just like ease into the turns, like Zandvoort and this track. So yeah, but when I'm battling, I often find myself overdriving, and you can tell by my incident points. I collected a few of them.
Really? Okay. Right. Fair enough. Well, it's been a spectacular race watching you fending off Stephen Walker for such a long time. You did very well. Jay called it out a lot, as did Sam, to be honest. And Pete Newman behind you. That's a good scalp to keep as well. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go and start your practice for VIR?
I want to thank the team, then Demis and Yura for, yeah, just in general for the support and the good racing, getting some good team results as well, trying to get that third place in the team standings. So thank you. Let's go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hydro Race Racing Forces much benefited by having Freddie Van Eekhoven racing for them, and we look forward to seeing him this time next week. Number 477, Freddie Van Eekhoven, everybody. Right, next up, who do we need to speak to? Oh, obviously. Dragging into the booth now, Daniel Lewis, good evening.
Good evening, guys. How are we?
Oh, we are fantastic. Jay, what have you got in terms of questions for Daniel? A double class victory tonight, both races this time, and ahead of a whole bag full of Pro-Am drivers. He's absolutely mullered them, hasn't he?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, you must have been absolutely relieved on that final lap of race 1 when Pete finally yielded and you got that 15th place.
Yeah. So, race what I've had a bad couple of weeks. So I was racing quite close with PVG at the beginning of the race, and Deck was behind me, and I thought this isn't my fight. Let's just back off. And I was 13th at the time. I thought if I let Deck and I can't remember who else was behind him. I thought if I let them go, I'm still 15th. And then the other guy caught me up and took me, and then it was me and Pete again. And I was hassling him and I was catching him most of the laps, but I wasn't challenging him. Every time he made a mistake, I wouldn't challenge him because I didn't want to have an accident. And I think that's maybe why. And I'm very thankful for him for doing it. But yeah, it did seem that he pulled over and give me the place.
Yeah, I think if he'd realised it was 15th, then you may not have been so lucky, or it may have been a fuel issue because the leader did pretty much go over the line with about 10 seconds left. It was that close to being an extra lap. But race 2, pole position. I called it straight away on the broadcast. I was just like, what Daniel needs to do here, good start, and just try and gap people as much as possible, and just keep that 14-car gap between yourself and I'm trying to think who it was behind you. Was it Amwise? Was it Paul who was second place in
Paul came second, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it was a great start from yourself, and what me and Sam noticed halfway sort of through that race is just your battles were being picked so carefully, and you were I take it you were well aware of how much time you had between yourself and
no,
second.
I didn't know how much time I had between in the class. I just knew that I was in first, and I was just picking my battles, who I'm going to fight, and so I wanted to get the bonus points. Because I got the Audi, I thought I've got a jump start, so I should at least do the first lap, and I ended up doing 4. So I got the bonus points there, and then it was just okay. When they get close enough, don't fight them, just let them go. And it was 1 or 2 each lap, and then there was a bunch of them coming, and one of them was Stephen Walker.
Oh, we saw the bunch.
Yeah, and when I knew Stephen Walker was in there, I thought I don't want to do it again. So the problem was I messed up my teammate in that.
Was this the corner that was before the corkscrew?
Yes,
turn 6,
yes.
I think it was. Yes.
Yeah. So it was up the hill, and at that point I thought, this is too dangerous. So I backed off. Unfortunately, Deck we didn't touch, but it slowed him down as well. But and that was it. After that, it was just gentle, just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic result from yourself. Nice and controlled for the rest of that race, and no worries from you after that one.
No.
Next week is VIR. How do you rate VIR?
I like it. I've with the long straight, I think it's an Audi track, but I think every track is an Audi track.
I mean, you're not
As
wrong,
long as it's not a
really.
rolling start, it's an Audi track. From lights going green to turn 1, every track is an Audi track. But
you got
so
a point.
this track is my worst week in officials, but I think it might be my best week in the league. So it's quite strange.
Fantastic. It's weird how it works out sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Anyone you want to give a shout out for?
So I would like to thank Stuart Gibbons. This was because
I've not
last
heard
week.
that name for a while.
Yeah. So last Tuesday, I managed to do 2 officials, and then my my wheel decided to play up. So Wednesday afternoon, I made a quick trip to Gibbo's Racing Supplies to grab one of his spare wheels, and got back in time for qualifying last week, but it wasn't the power that we thought. I had to change the whole thing, so I missed qualifying in the first 3 laps. So I would like to thank Stuart for letting me keep racing. So that's where my thanks goes this week.
Awesome. Well, Daniel, thank you so much, as always, for coming in, battling hard with the AMs. Do you think do you reckon you're going to get it this season?
After this week, it's back to normality after the last 3 weeks. So yeah.
Fantastic.
But I was saying race 1, I'm letting them go. But next season, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Lewis.
Cheers,
On
guys.
it like Donkey Kong.
That is funny. That is brilliant.
But you should hit yourself a rename already.
Yeah, he's going to be Donkey Kong from now on. Oh, dear.
The tales of wobbly kneecaps and Donkey Kong.
Absolutely. That should be some sort of children's book for nobody to ever read, ever. Cheers, Daniel.
Thank you.
Oh, that's hilarious. Right, that's all the interviews we've got for tonight. There's a whole queue of people in the interview room, and I'm very, very sorry that we're not going to get to you tonight. But yeah, tonight's been fantastic. Laguna Seca has delivered for me, absolutely. Casper, what a performance! Good God, he's won by about a gazillion years in that one. But we've got a very difficult decision to make. The 3 of us, we've each got a driver of the meeting vote. Where do I want mine to go? Freddie did well. He's got a class victory and an overall podium. That's pretty strong. Casper's got a race victory, and his first race wasn't brilliant, but you know, it's one of those situations where you think he could have just left it alone, but he carried on racing. Looking down, Jamie Jeffries had been on the cameras more than anybody else, I think, tonight in all the different fights. Obviously Daniel Lewis for 2 class victories. Where do I want to place my vote tonight? I think. Where did Stefan finish in the second race? 8th place. He had such a rough ride in that first race, and he's come back and raced up the grid 17 places. I think that I'm gonna have to vote and take what would be the Alan Toon vote, and say for tonight Stefan is getting my vote, because you know, coming through the field after having a rough ride in the first one, up 17 places is just too much to ignore. So my vote's going Stefan's way tonight. I think that's brilliant. Jay, have you had a decent enough think? Do you know where you're going to place your vote?
I've got it between two people, to be honest, and I kind of want to see is Sam getting a vote tonight?
Oh,
there's a
Sam will get a vote. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Sam, if you know who you want to go for, then I'll let you choose first, because then
Oh.
I have a feeling you might choose one of the two that I choose, and just because I like giving, I don't want anyone's ego to get too big if they get 2 votes. That's my only
Okay.
thing.
Right. Okay. So
That-
all the
that's
pressure on
pretty
you,
good.
Sam.
I like it. No, I honestly, I think I've advised Wolves for a long time ago. I think I have too much whiskey though.
That's fine. That's fine. No
My
such
vote's
thing, by
gonna
the way.
go to. Yeah, no, but my vote's gonna be to Jimmy Wilson because I think the oh geez, that's gonna be hard. The recovery drive in each races have been awesome, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And he ended up in the top 10 in race 2, which is very impressive
Yeah.
from being all the way back at the back of the field in race 1. So, yeah. Good job, Jamie.
Yeah, up 13 places in the second race, Jamie Wilson. So, a great vote cast there. And Jay, where I don't know whether that was one of the two that you were thinking of, but now it's back on you, mate.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to go with Freddie Van Eekhoven. A solid first race, and then just the second one, hanging with the big boys, making the most of his pit stop, making the most of battles that he got to experience on the track, and he wasn't going to make it easy for anybody. And it's absolutely fantastic entertainment, plus rewarded then with a win in the Pro-Am class. So probably this is going to put him in the lead for the championship, I would probably say, because he's whenever he races, he's always very consistent. And today, it was with what's at stake, a fantastic performance
and a very charismatic interview as well. So, yeah, lots and lots of things to celebrate with Freddie Van Eekhoven there. That puts him head and shoulders ahead of everybody in the driver of the meeting award. He'll be 2 points clear of everybody else. So brilliant vote, well cast. And for all the right reasons, for all three of us actually. Thanks for everybody that has watched tonight. You're the reason that we do this, as well as the racers, of course. And we also do it because of the love of sim racing, as Alan Toon would say. Thanks to all the racers that raced tonight, and thanks to the two of you for joining me in the booth yet again. Jay Corley, the most famous man in iRacing, still waiting for that signed photograph. And Sam Boozen, the better of tonight's cameramen. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. We will join you this time next week for a little jaunt around VIR. Everybody should be very, very scared that it's Stephen Walker's favourite track. But maybe Casper can win it by 16 seconds next week. Who knows? Half an hour. It could be anything. Thanks, everybody. I'll hand you over to Sam first while he's still got the powers of the English language. And he can say his goodbyes, and then Jay will be last. So over to Sam.
Well, good night, everybody, and see you on Saturday for V8 and next week for the TCRs. Jay?
Sure thing. Thank you very much tonight, Sam. It's been a pleasure having you in the booth. So we go from Laguna Seca to VIR on a night where we've seen plenty of Davids battling against the Goliaths. Now we go on to an absolutely Goliath of a track itself. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the stream, subscribe, and there's always spaces in the leagues for like-minded individuals such as yourselves who are still here watching now. So hopefully we might even be in this booth, but hopefully at the very least we can see you on the track. We'll see you all next week.